Good morning, YouTubers. Tsquare here with Tsquare Talk. So today I'm going to be making up some spaghetti, and with the cheese sauce, I'm going to do kind of an extremely different type of Alfredo. I'm going to have some vegetables in there, and it's going to be real creamy and a lot of flavor. So let's check it out, and we'll get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some butter in here and get it good and melted before I start throwing some other ingredients in. Now, one thing I don't do, I don't put the recipes in the bottom as of right now. Cooking is, to me, not a specific science. It's going to be a little bit of a trial and error. You're going to use spices that you like. I'm not trying to sell you specific products, so that's the reason I do that. Once you get this butter good and melted, we're going to get this good and melted, and then we're going to throw up some garlic in there. There's going to be a good amount of butter. This is going to be a heavy cream sauce. So once you got the butter good and melted, we're going to throw some garlic in there for a little bit and get it seared up a little bit. So once you got your butter melted, you got your garlic seared up a little bit and crushed down, the next thing you're going to do, now you can use instant garlic or you can use whole garlic. Today I'm just using the jarred garlic that's already cut down for me. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add in some red peppers and some hot peppers. So I've already cut them up. I only used 3 little sriracha peppers, habanero peppers, 1 red pepper. I don't want too much heat. I also deveined it and took out the seeds. Reason being, if you leave those in there, you're going to have a lot more heat. The red peppers are just more of like a red bell pepper, so there's no real heat to that, but the hot peppers scare me a little. Those people that have been following know that I get scared easy when it comes to the heat. So let's pour them in and get them cooking. Now, the reason I threw the peppers in early, these are a harder vegetable, so they're going to need a little more time to cook, versus once you throw in the cilantro, the mushrooms, the green onions, that stuff's already soft, so it's going to heat up and cook real quick. So now, once you have the peppers are a little bit softer, they're not going to be super soft right off because you're still going to leave it in there, but you've had them in there cooking a little bit. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add up some sliced portobello mushrooms. I've bought in a pre-sliced pack today. It looks like this. I'm going to throw the whole pack in there. If you want to slice up your own portobellos, that works great too. Now, one thing that I do sometimes forget to know, I do keep my heat on medium. If you put it on high, you're going to run the risk of burning if you're not constantly stirring. I do keep it on medium. I still also continue to stir. This is looking pretty good, but the real magic hasn't happened yet. So I'm going to put just a couple caps full of olive oil in here. I'm going to start putting a little bit of white wine in here, some Chardonnay. Now at this point, I'm also going to be chopping up a whole bundle of cilantro, and I'm going to mix that in there too and let that cook in there. Okay, so the next thing I got going is, I got that cooking down. I'm going to throw in the pico. The smell of this coming out is just incredible. So I'm going to get that stirred in too. Now, once you have everything in there, for today, I'm going to cook this down a little bit more because I don't want a lot of liquid left in here just yet. I want to cook this down just a little bit, and I'll show you after what I do, the process here. Today, I'm going to let it cook down. Now, if I was doing chicken, I would sometimes actually put this sauce or this mix right here that I have made up on chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast that I oven baked or grilled. It gives it an incredible flavor. But today, because I'm doing pasta, I want to use a cheese sauce. But I want that flavor to get into the cheese sauce. So I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes. I actually raised my heat from medium, which is 5. I took it up to 7. I'm going to leave it on that for about 2-3 minutes. Just to get some of this water to evaporate out and cooking the flavors all together. Okay, so I've drained out, not drained out, cooked out a fair amount of liquid. There's still going to be some more in there. You don't want it totally to be dry. The next thing I'm going to do is add the cream. Now for the cream, I'm adding a heavy whipping cream. And I'm just going to slowly pour it in and start mixing it. So I just dropped my heat back down to medium. And I'm going to start pouring. Now I know right now some people are saying, what in the world? Now I'm going to stir this in and let it cook in a little bit. And then I'm going to add a little bit more, and then I'm going to get to the cheese part. So now this is really starting to look good. Now it's a low simmer, so you can see you'll see little bubbles forming up. But it is cream, so you don't want to have it on high. You want to make sure you're keeping this on medium, and you want to make sure that you're continuing to stir. You don't want to burn your cream. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to start adding cheese. Now you can use whatever cheese you got. Today I'm going to be using this right here. But you can use, a lot of people will use like a Parmesan. I think I have a little bit of Parmesan left over. I'm going to mix some of that in there. You can use any kind of cheese you have. And the cheese will start melting in here, and it's going to make it more, right now it's just creamy. We're going to make it a creamy cheesy. So I'm going to start adding in some cheese and get it melted down. So literally you're just going to start adding the cheese in, and you're going to continuously stir it. Now I'm not stirring it right now because I am filming. Until I can get better, I'm going to add all of it. Until I can get better, like a tripod set up or something. This cheese is just going to melt, and it's going to become like a liquid. So I'm going to pause, and then I will come right back in a minute. Okay, so now as you can see, look at the creaminess and the cheesiness of this. This is just going to be insane. Now I'm going to lower, for me, I'm going to lower my heat down to the lowest setting. Reason being, I'm still waiting on my company, so I don't want to burn it or overcook it. I'm just going to keep it simmering slow, medium heat, lowest heat that I can get. And then I'm actually going to plate up a plate of this, and once the fettuccine's done, I'm also going to zip down here real quick, check on my wings. Wings are coming good, and the asparagus is starting to look good. And so I'll be right back in a second. So I just sampled the cheese sauce. Oh my word, is that just incredible. It's amazing. If you get an opportunity, try this recipe out. I'm going to show you here once I get it all plated up. Please hit that like, subscribe button. We're trying to grow the channel. We're working on getting some better equipment for the filming. That way I'm not kind of holding the camera while I'm cooking. We've got a few ideas. We don't really know how we're going to pan it all out yet. And this is just amazing. I can't get over how good this is. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave me a comment, and I'll be right back. And there it is, guys. That's the finished product. So if you enjoyed this recipe, please make sure you hit the like, the subscribe button. Leave us a comment. Let me know what you think. If you try this out, definitely let me know how it came out for you. Hope to see you guys again on Tsquare Talk. Take care, guys.